Hi there, welcome back. This is Arona with another reaction today. Uh, Again, we're kind of going in all kinds of different directions the past couple of weeks. But that's just kind of where the music taste leads me, and it's always exciting. Today, I thought I would look into some new music from a group called, forgive me, Einsturzende Neubauten. Please correct me if you feel like it. It's, my best attempt. I discovered Blixa Bargeld and this group years and years ago. I was probably in a whirlwind of another music obsession, Nick Cave, David Bowie, a documentary, 70s and 80s probably. And then somehow I stumbled upon Halber Mensch and the awesome documentary music film from 1986, I believe. And I looked up the name of the director, which was Gakuryu Ishii. And it was just fascinating, everything about it. I won't try to describe it. I am going to show just a snippet of it featuring one of my favorite tracks from that album that just really caught my attention, ZNS. Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting quotes that I remember reading when I was kind of looking into Blixa, and one of them I can't find anywhere, and I might be misremembering it, but if you can help me. I feel like someone said of Blixa that he was beautiful in a destroyed kind of way, and that's pretty apt. And then when I went searching, I did find another one that was mentioned in an article. I like this one as well. This Nick Cave, shortly before Blixa joined the Bad Seeds, he said, he stood in a black leotard, black rubber pants, black rubber boots. Around his neck hung a thoroughly fucked guitar. His skin cleared to his bones, his skull was an utter disaster. Scabbed and hacked, Blixa Bargeld. He was the most beautiful man in the world. So, and yeah, again, perfectly apt. And I love these descriptions of Blixa being beautiful and destroyed. And it's just, the music is the exact same way. And utterly fascinating. So, yeah, I'll just show you a little snippet. I'm hoping it's not, I can't remember exactly what it shows. I might have to edit it. I don't know. Here we go. Let's hit play.
mal an, tanzt die Stimme an. So böse, was mich umbringt, macht mich stärker, Brühl und Tempo. Au! Es tanzt das ZNS, tanzt das ZNS, tanzt das ZNS, tanzt das Multivitamin.
I'll end up watching the whole thing if I'm not paying attention. Anyway, so yeah, that was a portion of the Halber Mensch documentary. That was so fascinating. And as I'm watching it, I was reminded of a specific movie. I'm going to have to look it up. I don't even remember who the director was or anything, but some of my favorite things about the Japanese aesthetic in horror definitely comes out in this documentary. Yeah, I will find it and I'm going to mention it a little bit later. So yeah, just as a little introduction to this reaction I'm doing today, that was kind of my introduction, was this documentary and listening to Halber Mensch, the album. So today I'm reacting to some music from their latest album called Alien Pop Music. And this says it's featuring Rudi Shadow Percussion version. I don't know what that means. I think I saw someone mention Shadow Play. I don't know. Let's just figure out what this is. Let's hit play.
I've been to Niagara Falls. I've been to both Great Walls. But it wasn't there. It wasn't there. No, it wasn't there. Is this? 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 Is this, is this, is this? I've been to the end of Europe. I've been to the other side. But it wasn't there. It wasn't there. No, it wasn't there. Is this, is this, is this? Is this, is this, is this?
The essentials are all there, and that was really eerie because there were some elements, a lot of elements that I felt could have come like just in the next scene after what we were just watching. Signature. As I was listening, like the words that popped into my head was it's like slightly cleaner and more ordered, but not too much. It's still dirty. It's still super eerily familiar sounds, 30, 35 years later, whatever it is. Um, and it just, without any preamble, just kind of pushes you down the water slide, and suddenly you're drowning in this tornado of sound. But it's that there's not a lot of dynamic. It's just like goes from one level and then just cleanly up a step, and it just washes you in that before coming back down. I think it's super interesting. Uh, the shadow play was interesting as well. um, yeah, this is cool. This is the kind of stuff that you could or I could just listen to and kind of get lost in it. There's a meditative element to it. Absolutely. And that's part of like with the dynamic kind of being, at least to my ears, there's not a lot of dynamic. It's just all at the same level of chaos, and it just kind of traps you there before it decides to take you to another room, in the warehouse where there's different shit banging around. And that, I feel like that's what allows you into the kind of meditative state, similar to, any other kind of repetitive beat that just slides you into that state. It's just a flavor, and it's a different flavor that I really like. So I'll definitely be checking out the rest of Alien Pop Music released this year. Thank you for joining me. I hope it was interesting for you. Wait, Tetsuo the Iron Man. That's the name of the movie. Do not watch if you are squeamish, but that is the kind of industrial horror, body horror stuff that I was immediately reminded of. Somehow I managed to not see Tetsuo until like the last 2 years. But equally fascinating. All right, I'm leaving now.